Hello. There we go. Made a mess right before we started streaming. I just poured a bunch of water on my floor. That was cool. I just threw a towel on it. Hopefully it cleans itself up. Alright. How's it going? Okay. Thankfully it's just it's not carpet. It's like that plastic, I don't know what it is. The fake plastic wood floor or whatever. It's probably fine. It's probably alright. It's not a lot of water. It'll dry up. How you guys doing, Alex and Mr. T? Alrighty, let me see here. Oh, I forgot to tweet stuff out. I've been trying to tweet out stuff before we start the stream just because I know it takes time at the start to sit here and be like, I'm going to tweet out a bunch. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Chilling, and then right here. Alright, cool. Cool. Alright, video game time. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Somebody pointed out they made like a, or an Infernal Monkey pointed out they made a English version of the Sin and Punishment box art. I have both mics on. I'm gonna turn one off. There we go. Okay. Cool. Well, yeah, so we're gonna try to beat this real quick. I did grind to level 60, although Mr. T, you sent me a video that showed me that it basically is not really an exploit, but there's a particular way this boss fight works that seems to kind of undermine its core mechanics a little bit. So we will probably utilize that because I did try to beat the boss with just the fact that I hit 60 and it did not work out. So I think we'll be stuck utilizing whatever method you sent over to me earlier, which is basically once all the clones are there, just ignore them all. Just focus on damaging the boss as much as possible. Bam, 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 bam. All right. But we gotta get through these phases first still. I need fire? Yeah. No! Hey Oscar, how's it going? I think we'll probably be good. I think this will be pretty straightforward. Double fire. I messed it up. I don't really like him in the middle though. Oops. Oops. Come on, shoot. Triple fire. And the center again. Okay, there we go. Gale, I need to switch to whatever it's called. Oh no, food poisoning. What was the food culprit? Did you go with Dylan Cuthbert again? Or not Dylan Cuthbert, Giles Goddard. I hope you feel better, yeah. Stomach pains are not fun. I had stomach pains, when was that? Sometime last week. At a fairly inconvenient time. It was not while I was streaming though, thankfully. No, I need to do this. I already forgot what I'm doing. Ow! Oh boy, this is a bad start. Wow, this is an amazing start. Oh, alright, let's just throw those, dodge that. I'm not close enough. Oh boy. Well. Hopefully this works out, otherwise we'll get it next time. You're not even up yet. missed. All right. I need to turn the game down. On my side, I need to turn it down. It is very loud on my side, actually. I didn't really want to do that, but I guess I did it, so. What? Ah, dang it. Get out of here. That's right. I was like just tapping the shoot button last time because I kept getting it where I'd land and like the B button wouldn't register or something. I couldn't even see that on screen actually. Yeah, I think this is a bust this time around. Just a little too sloppy. Wrong one. Alright. Alrighty. Let's see how... Get rid of that guy. Nope, I'm gonna get hit by that. I'm doing a bad job at everything. Alright, we're gonna do this again, sorry. But I think as long as I don't mess up as much as I did. Gotta get back in the groove. Ah! I'm gonna become alien. Whoop. Hi, Adris. How's it going? We are at the end of the game, so so far it is, I'd say, pretty good overall. Yeah, I'm trying to use the bombs, Mr. T, but sometimes, depending on when the bombs explode, it doesn't always kill the enemies every time. I think it has something to do with the timing of which you put the bombs out. So... But yeah, I mean, we'll get into it in the review process here in a little bit. But I generally like this game. As much as I have whined and complained, I feel like, for a lot of this game, I have generally liked it. So, definitely a game with problems, though. But we'll get into that. I'm gonna try to, unfortunately, it's very difficult for me to look at chat while I'm doing this. So I'll see if I can chat a little bit here about some stuff, but yeah, so I've actually, you know what, let me just talk about the Nintendo Direct a little bit, alright? And feel free to share me, actually, let me save the Direct for later, when we're setting up, because I want to see what you guys are saying about the Direct, if you guys watched the Direct earlier. So what do I want to talk about then? I'm trying to remember what I did. I mean, I mostly played Doujin this week. Still trying to figure out if that's a roguelike or not. I just need to sit down and like read the description of a roguelike and be like, is this what Doujin is? I don't know. Maybe it's just a mystery dungeon, but like my friend said it looked like a mystery dungeon. But when he showed me some like mystery dungeon footage, I was like, this does not look like Doujin to me. Like, to me, mystery dungeon looks like Pokemon mystery dungeon, right? Where it's like kind of like grid-based gameplay, but like maybe a bit faster pace. You kind of move in real time, but it's all turn-based in a weird way, right? And like I feel like you have like randomized items and things like that typically in those games too. But I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't understand anything about that. Mystery dungeons and roguelikes are two things I have basically never bothered with. So the fact that I look at it and go like, I don't know what this is actually, but is not too surprising. So the Mario moving casting was very strange to see. I'll be honest with you, don't know who any of those people are. Don't know who Chris Pratt is. I don't know who the lady was. I know Jack Black because he was the Brutal Legend guy, and he's in all the Double Fine games, right? But yeah, I didn't know who most of them were. For better or for worse, I don't know. Maybe that will mean I can go with fresh eyes. Maybe I won't be able to hear the Chris Pratt in his voice. I don't know. Like, I don't know what he sounds like usually, so I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. It's weird to think about for sure. What I did actually, like, right before I got on the stream, I responded to oh man, I'm blanking on his name. Starts with an R. I responded to somebody on Twitter like, my thought with that Chris Pratt thing is like, well, one, you know, you have the name recognition, right? If you're trying to reach a larger mainstream audience, like, that is somewhat important. But the other part of it is, hey guys, Charles Martinet, he is almost 70 years old. And, you know, at some point, Charles will not be able to voice Mario anymore, so it probably would not be a bad idea to think a little bit about that at this point. I don't know how old Chris Pratt is, but pretty sure he's not 70 based off his picture. Alright, it's going much better so far. So... I don't think there was a trailer for the movie. I think it was just like a casting announcement. Ow, whoops. Charlie didn't recognize because he's the dude everybody has in the meme of like him putting a bunch of stuff on a board. Like doing the whole thing with like the yarn that like goes between all the other like connecting things on the wall between all the photographs or something. I recognize that dude. I don't know, like I've never seen him act or anything, but I can confirm that is a picture of him I've seen before. I have seen his face. Chris Pratt, I think I saw this. He was not in The Office, right? He was like in some other show where he was like in an office setting though, I think maybe. I seem to recall like seeing his face maybe once before, like with him in an office, but maybe I'm misremembering and mixing up with something else. Oh, one bomb went flying off to the left there. Well. What just happened? Okay. I figured that's what happened, so. Alright. Here we go. So basically, when you see this, what's gonna happen is, we're gonna fight the fight as much as we can. We'll try to keep the clones killed, but I'm not gonna focus that much on it. The big thing is that the main boss can't kill you. Only the clones can kill you. So what you do basically during the fight is you just stay right on top of the main boss. So as long as the clones don't touch you, you're good. Also, I don't think every single shot against the clone counts as damage. It's like only when they get knocked back, so... Oh, no, we got me. Although I did kill the other clone earlier, seems like, so. Let go of me. There it goes. Out of here. Got a yellow one back. Nope. All right. All right. So this is the triple trouble. Oh no, there we go. He's gone. Cool. As long as the. It's interesting that the red one just like ran off and just like, I'm out of here, dude. All right. So I think this is where we're just gonna have to kind of, yeah. So basically, you just sit on top of the boss, let it eat you, and then jump a bunch. And don't let anything touch you, and then you do this over and over and over again. The clones do shoot and stuff, though, so we do have potential to die still here, though. See? Like, right there. So you just gotta kind of jump out of the way. I don't know if touching the clones hurts you, so... Well, I got shot in the butt. So... Now I get to do that again. Alright, well, guys. In we go. Alrighty. But yeah, I don't really know what I want on a Mario movie these days. I like the old Mario movie because it is like this very unique thing. Like, I don't know if I have any real interest in like a Mario movie that is actually like a Mario movie, right? Like, the old Mario movie to me is interesting because it is such a weird, different thing that is still kind of based on Mario, but is like some weird cyberpunk thing, right? Like, it's weird that that thing exists how it does. That's not to say anything bad about it, though. It makes a lot of sense to do that. I'm messing up already, though. I probably should watch it, maybe. I don't know. Has Nintendo ever done another movie that I ever... I mean, The Wizard. But The Wizard's a good movie. I mean, I actually do like The Wizard. And I say that unironically, but... I don't know if I'd say it's a good movie just because I don't really know what makes a good movie, to be honest with you, so. Alrighty. Thank you. Oh, let me turn my sound down because this is still blowing my ears out. I also unironically like it a lot. But yeah, I don't know if I would say it's a good movie just because I am not somebody who watches many movies, so. But I also like the Zelda cartoon unironically as well. Like, there's some really cool things about that cartoon that just is represented in a way that you don't really get to see in the games and stuff, which I think is fun. Somebody linked it to me and I did start watching it. I did not finish it because I was like, I need to work on other things. But I appreciated that it existed and wish I spent more time watching that. You know, to some extent, like, the reality is like, I don't remember the, like, original movie well enough that I probably would, like, not appreciate the extended edition very well. But, you know. Although, like, if I recall correctly, like, in the extended edition, it is, like, you can pretty easily tell, like, what was pulled from where, right? So, like, it probably is a lot easier to tell, like, oh, this was not in the original release. Dang it. Already messing up. Wish this boss was fun. It's not a very fun fight, to be honest with you. It's not bad, but admittedly, like, it's one of those things that, like, because I'm playing it so many times, that probably plays into my feelings of this fight as well. But I feel like it's just a little, I don't know, maybe just a little too, like, maybe repetitive. It's kind of like the two things you do and that's it. I also don't like this phase, actually. Not only because it's very long, maybe that's the other thing, like the health is just a little too high on this fight. Like, as far as I could tell, like, I don't think leveling up, like, increased your damage output or anything. I think it is literally just, like, your health bar, basically. So. And the time it takes for you to get infected, I think, as well. So, like, even if you level up, you don't really... This part of the fight does not really get that much easier outside just giving you more time, essentially. Whoops. Now I have to go one more round, unfortunately. Nope. Alright, give it another shot. Form, matter, flesh must be restored. Alright, let's try this again. Did I level up last time? I feel like I didn't, but I probably did. It's literally the same amount of EXP, I'd assume, so. Unless, like, killing the enemies gives you EXP as well. Alright. It's weird to me that the clones are still... Okay, well, one's gone. Jesus, Yellow, please, what are you doing? Yeah, might as well. Alright. Alright, do some practice dodges, maybe just jump in circles rather than going like a direction. Last time I like tried to jump to the bottom right, so maybe that has something to do with it. Just jump sporadically. We are a bit behind from last time. I think last time when we were at this point we had most of the third bar down, but... Alright. That's the first dodge. How much... Alright, so probably get to do this about... Probably 2 to 3 more times. I'm gonna guess 3 times. Maybe 4. Or a lot more. YouTube video for this boss made it look a lot easier to just dodge that stuff. But we will try yet again. Mustard, ketchup, and what's the other one? Blue. What are we talking about? All right. You know, I was I guess we're gonna talk about the Nintendo Direct stuff. Like, I was looking at the ActRaiser footage, and immediately, like, when that Nintendo Direct stuff was going on, I was doing work stuff, so like I couldn't pay super close attention. I'll probably have to go back and like rewatch stuff. The ActRaiser like character model or something, or whatever it is, the player model, has a very like Blade Stranger like Coda Princess look of just like 3D model that's been turned into a sprite and then like compressed down. I was just kind of surprised to see that. I don't really expect to see that in games anymore. I don't really know why it looks that way, if it's just literally like a resolution thing or what, or if it maybe was an artistic choice. I'm not sure, although the angel flying around doesn't look like that. But that looks like an alright remake, though, although I'd imagine some people don't care for the graphics to some degree. So my evil condiment clones, gotcha. The last one's Baja Blast, my favorite burger condiment. I just go to Taco Bell, get some Baja Blast, and like cut a hole out of the patty and just like pour it in there. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but I think it's a good looking game overall. I think they said they're adding new content as well, so that's pretty cool. I'm interested in Disney Magic World stuff, or Disney World Magic, or whatever it's called. There's like a 3DS game, or that was originally a 3DS game, although it's only the sequel for some reason. Like, I would think it's been long enough that like I think they would just do like a collection of the first and second game, but they're like, nope, just the second game. So that was kind of weird. But I'm interested, but I think you guys probably know me well enough that I'm like, I gotta play the first game. I gotta make sure I keep that Disney lore intact as a not fan of Disney, really. But it's a Bandai Namco game, which is, I am very much a fan of those Bandai Namco, like, family kind of games in general, so. I don't know, is that considered like a family game or some degree? I don't know. Alright, kind of doing a little bad here, but I don't think it's so bad that it's not redeemable. It's a nice looking game, though. I'm curious how much work they did, because I feel like the princesses themselves look a lot higher quality than I remember them looking on 3DS. Kirby looks awesome. I've been waiting for like a 3D Kirby for a long time. Whenever they showed off that like Kirby prototype, Baja Blast Lake, yeah. Whenever they showed that Kirby prototype off on like Iwata Asks or whatever, I was like super pumped for like a 3D of Kirby of some sort. So I'm glad to see that seems to finally be getting put together. I didn't know if they put a release date on that. I think it was like a 2022 thing, right? But I'm excited for that. Yeah, it's just kind of got a weird look. I mean, I'm not necessarily opposed to it, but it's a choice. I'm hoping, you know, I always am like a fan of options for those kind of things, so I hope they include the sprite work as a option for the graphics. That being said, since they're doing, I think they're doing new content, I won't be surprised if they don't want to do that, because then they have to make new graphics for old stuff, or double the new graphics. And honestly, I would play with the new graphics rather than the old sprite work. I like ActRaiser a lot, but I'm not like a purist about its aesthetics or anything like that. So, And I'm kind of the mind like, hey, you can just play, you know, the original if you really want what this looks. All right, you guys ready to give it another go? No! I was so close. Shoot your laser. There we go. All right, let's try again. Oh yeah, it's out now for the Hackfraser thing. I forgot about that. I'm sure somebody's streaming it right now, so they probably can tell you whether it has the old graphics. Oh, that's cool, Mr. T. I didn't know about that. The models being imported from the movies. I don't know anything about those movies, so I don't know if those models are good or not. Okay, there we go. But they looked nice in game, at least. It's one of those things where it's like, I'm interested in that thing, no interest in Disney myself, to be honest with you. Same thing with DC Superhero Girls. I don't really care about DC, but that game was alright. I enjoyed it. Isn't that all of them? I don't think the red one should be dead. Oh, yellow died. Okay. That makes sense, actually. Well, we're a little bit behind, but let's see what we can do. I don't know if like jumping in one specific direction makes sense, because like it seems like if somebody shoots in that direction, you're pretty screwed. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. Seems like it's just a complete gamble on my part. It feels like of whether or not I'm gonna get hit. Alrighty. Here comes the first gamble. Alright. Alright. Finally catching up to where we should be. All right, 30 minutes in. Oh boy. Here we go. The new level 5 game looks rad. That was not in the US Direct, but that is neat. I forget what it's called. I wrote down the name because I wrote down the notes for the podcast or whatever. But it's like a mech game. It kind of reminds me of like the Gundam. Is it Gundam Breakers, the one that's the Gunpla series? It reminds me a little bit of that. I don't think level 5 has a US publisher right now, which is maybe why it's not showing up on the. Did not show up in the US Direct. So, but. Oh, but the butt one. I'm messing up already. Wait, what? Did I? You can jump up there? Weird. Alright, you need to die. Get out of here. Get out of here. Wow, I messed that up. Thankfully, health is not really an issue, but infection rate is fine. We're doing okay. Yeah, Megaton Musashi, that sounds right. That game looks all right. I like how it looks aesthetically, and it looks like it's kind of got like maybe a 4-player co-op kind of thing going on there, which I'm always for. I don't know if it's Switch only or if it's one of those PC things. That looked interesting. I will never play Bayonetta 3, but I like how Bayonetta's new outfit looks. Yeah. I'm sure I wrote down some other things that interested me. I talked about the Sin and Punishment stuff, or not Sin and Punishment, the N64 online stuff on the podcast already. Just like, there's not much they could really offer me that really, like, would probably get me to be super excited at this point. And there's nothing, like, wrong with that. It's just, like, I'm kind of, like, I don't need another way to play Mario 64, but I'm glad there's another way to play Mario 64. Like, sure, why not, right? But for me personally, it's just like, eh. I think the coolest thing on there was Winback is going to be on the 64 online service. I don't know if they said all games on there will have their multiplayer supported, but hey, I guess that means you can play Winback online if you want to. That's cool. If I ever played Winback, though, I'd play the PS2 version, though, because it has, like, voice acting. I don't know the difference between all those Winback games, though. You guys might know better than me. But I was always under the assumption that the PS2 version was just, like, an enhanced re-release of Winback for the 64 or whatever. So. But I have no idea if that's true. The last time I thought about buying Winback for the PS2 was probably like, I don't know, probably like 2012. So it's been a bit since I had thought about Winback, but I think that's cool. That's going to be on there. I have a slight interest in F-Zero X, but the problem with me right now, like same thing with like the Cruise and Blast things, like I just got too many racing games sitting around that I got to go and play. So there's not too many situations that I think are going to be like, oh yeah, F-Zero X is the thing I need to play right now. But I do want to play F-Zero X someday. I don't think that will happen, but I would like for it to happen. Whoops. Man. Alright. I think probably 3 more of these rounds, and then we can get back to trying the boss again. Ow! Walked right into it. And stood way too far back to even hit it. But I thought it was a really good direct overall. It's one of those things that I talked about before, like I didn't personally care about the state of play or whatever that happened recently, but like that's because like I'm not really the audience for that. Nintendo stuff is generally going to probably get me more interested. But yeah, I feel like it's pretty rare you're gonna see something like Disney Magical Castle 2 show up at like a state of play or something, right? Where Nintendo's like, sure, man, I don't know. Alrighty. Try it yet again. I'll do a little more effort on focusing on the clones again, just to see if we can reduce the number of kind of dice rolls we gotta do. Okay. Well, not doing a great job of it. Okay, I think yellow might be out there running somewhere. I'm not 100% sure. Alright. I think so, yep. There's yellow. I think yellow might be close to dying, but I think we're just gonna let them do that first. We're gonna hop off and then try to... I don't know if I can damage... Okay, I can damage them in that state. Okay. Don't want to spend too much time on that yet. I think we'll get to about where we need to be, but not much better than that. Alright, yeah. A little... Oh my god. Alright. Okay. Wow, no shots that time. The dog. Give me strength, dog. Oh, I thought that was another gunshot. We did it. There's no way to keep all clones from spawning Mr. T. My head. My head hurts too. That's some nice sprite art. Something about that looks a little weird though. I think it's because her neck isn't defined. Is this my transmission, or? Wait, was there any text with that? Okay, there we go. Oh, rip Genosa. I don't know if I'm still infected by the end of this game. I mean, I fought off the virus technically, I guess, but it's all still in my head. What was my efficiency? It's a good song. 82%. Okay. I can deal with 82%. I don't know, actually, Mr. T. I'm a little weird about last boss fights. Usually I don't weigh them too much, because they are very much like the last thing in the game, but I do think it's probably to some degree worth talking about, but thanks for playing. I don't recognize Eclipse Unit. I've only ever seen Orbital Media on this. Sean Raid. Ah! We did it! Now I can understand everything that will happen in Metroid Dread. That was okay. Sean K. Dunkley. It's a good name. Lead sprite artist, Charlie Morrow. You're saying one of these people went on to do Way Forward, I think you said, Mr. T? 3D modeler. What do you need 3D models for in this game? Was there any like pre-rendered graphics at all in here? That like a 3D model that was pre-rendered and then turned into sprites or something? Or maybe it's like something else that's not literally just like 3D models. Ryan Hayes. I didn't look to see what section the credits are in, so. Well, I'm glad I finally beat this after to be continued, alright? Alright. Where's Scurge Hive 2? What platform is it on? Let's see, is there a alright, fantendo.fandom.com, Scurge Hive 2. Scurge Hive 2 is an upcoming 3D Metroidvania for the Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC, and is the second entry in the series. What is this page? Oh man, this is a very... yeah. Oh, so this is a wiki that's about game ideas. Okay, so somebody wrote their game idea for Scurge Hive 2. Interesting. Alright, cool. Well, I've never heard of Fantendo before, and it being a game idea wiki before. That's kind of interesting. Oh, alrighty, cool. Well, you know what that means. Oh, he does music for all the other Way Forward stuff? Alright. It's time. It's time to mute this video game. It's time to bring up this thing. And I need to mute the video game for me, too. We're looking at stuff, guys. This is what this layout is called. It's called Ben Looking at Something. So we are looking at Scurge Hive Review. I pre-set it up so we don't have to sit there and turn everything on and off individually initially here. So, all right. So you Scurge Hivers out there, those of you here with opinions on this game, we're gonna go through. We're gonna do a little review here and talk a little bit about Scurge Hive. So I think we start with the good usually, right? So I'll go ahead and start with the good here and bring that up. All right, you like the pixel art and the music. I like to try to sum that up into one because it makes it easier, I feel like. We'll start with good presentation. Good presentation, man. I'm gonna say I like the elemental system, like the elemental weapon system. How do I want to say that though? I guess what I really like is the fact that like there's enemies in the game that are weak or strong at certain things, and then when you hit them, they like get buffed. That doesn't really amount to anything really, because usually it just is like, whoops, I used the wrong weapon, and then you switch to the one that is their weakness, and they die immediately. But I do like that part of the game. You don't know what to say, Alex. Very indifferent. It's all right. You don't have to participate, Alex, if you don't want to. You don't have to join us. Join in here. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, Mr. T. Is like how to define that exactly in a way that makes sense when you're like looking at a paper kind of thing. Like maybe it is literally just like rock paper scissors kind of, or like it's almost like a weapon triangle in some ways, right? And there's some weapons that aren't really a part of that either, is the other thing about that. Although I think like the bombs and the time freeze aren't really like, they seem more like tools to solve puzzles more than like weapons usually. Like you can use them against enemies, or at least the bombs, but like it's not a effective skill most of the time, I feel like. So let's see. Yeah, maybe just like rock, paper, scissors. Like I think that sums it up well. Like scissors, rock, paper, scissors. I guess you don't say and when you say rock, paper, scissors, huh? You just say rock, paper, scissors, weapon. Scissor, weapon. That's a long way to sum that up, though. Rock, paper, scissors, huh? Rock, paper, scissors, weapon. Maybe like weakness system? Does that make sense? Let me put that for now. Rock, paper, scissors, weakness system. I actually don't like that, but we'll think about it. Is there anything else for good? What do I like about this game otherwise? It looks nice. It's got a cool weapon system. Is that it? That might be it. I'm not. I thought I liked this game better, but maybe that's kind of it. Like, it looks nice, and I like the weapon stuff. I do like the weapon stuff a lot. Is there anything about the level design? Not talking about the combat yet. I don't want to get too deep into that, or like in terms of like how the enemies are laid out, because I think that is a bad for me. But there is like that one area that's kind of like 2D-ish, but it's like such a minor part of the game. I don't really think it is kind of a weird novelty. I don't know if that's a positive though. I mean, that is a cool, like, fun fact. Like, hey, fun fact. Also on GPA. If we don't use our solar slots, we can leave that there. I don't have a problem doing that. Infection system. I didn't mind the infection system actually. Like, I don't think it's a good thing. It does add some tension to exploration. Let me think about this. So here's what I'm thinking. I need to be vocal about what I'm talking about on stream rather than just like keep it on my brain. So what I'm thinking about is like, yes, I do think there's like value to the game giving you that incentive to like hurry up, right? You want to like it makes you kind of think a lot about where save points are and if you need to rush somewhere and like managing your resources on the way there. I think my problem with that is, and this kind of relates to the one of the first bads I'm sure I'll put on the next list, is just like the enemy placement and the combat mechanics are so messy and chaotic that it doesn't ever really feel like I am really changing that much when I actually start panicking, because it's already such a mess most of the time. I feel like that like, it doesn't feel like I'm just like, you know, frantically trying to get somewhere, and that it feels significantly different. Because like, even when I have low infection, sometimes I'm just in a room and it's just like there's garbage everywhere on screen and I don't know where I'm going. Like there's just so much, and it's all gonna respawn. If I leave the room, come back, it's all gonna respawn. So like it is kind of just like, oh my gosh, this is a mess. And so like, I don't really know if it ever really played in a way that I felt it was that satisfying, on my side at least. Does that make sense? Is there something about the infection system that you liked about it? Or are you just kind of bringing it up as a potential point? Give it a star. Bugs. Is bugs good? I thought you don't like bugs, Alex. What's it called? Is it arachnophoria or something like that? Are the bosses any good? I don't think so. Unlocking like weapons, you gotta do like little time puzzle. I think that's fine. Is there good variety in this game? No, I think it all feels very similar when you play through it. Were the boss battles good? Some of them were good, I feel like. I feel like most of them were not great. Like, the one I remember liking the most was the one with the, there's something where, like, it would change how it would attack you with every bar. It was like, it was almost like, was it a worm coming out of the ground or something? Or no, it was like a spinning set of, like, energy or something like that. I don't remember what it was exactly, but that was fun because even though it was very much the same type of encounter that whole time, like, it would adapt on every bar of health how you have to dodge it, kind of thing. And that was cool. But then it's like one boss as well. So I don't really know. And I don't really know much about the puzzles either. Is there something about the bosses and puzzles that you like, Oscar? I think that's probably my more pertinent question at this point, is trying to figure out if we like anything else about this game. Pertinent. I guess, Mr. T, same question to you. Do you think that's a good thing, the infection system and how it is? Like, is it positively implemented in any way? All right, I think that is a key question here. Is like, yes, it's there, and I do think there's something to be said. Like, you guys know my channel. I'm a trash man who likes trash mechanics, and I'm like, yeah, even if it's not great, at least it's here. But I think the difference is when something's. I think there's a difference between something being there and cool and being something that's cool that you can interact with, right? Like, I feel like the rock, paper, scissors, like, weakness system, and type out what you want while I ramble here a little bit, but like, rock, paper, scissors weakness system, like, that is maybe does not amount to that much. But I think, like, you do interact with it in a fun way, like having to switch your weapons around. And I think, like, the concept is very obvious when it's in front of you, and there's, like, there's a reason to kind of adjust, you know, what you're using, and like the weapon swapping system is very quick and snappy, kind of thing. So yeah, it's my favorite review word: solid bosses and puzzles. How do you feel about that? We can have like a neutral statement. I need to look into it. I remember like some guy on IGN like got reached out for, and Nintendo was like, can we use your quote on like an ad for Glory of Heracles? And, and the quote they used for it was like, solid gameplay or something like that. It was like, oh man, you're really reaching for them quotes. But yeah. Yeah, I think I'm running low on things to really say about this game. I think this is like fine. Like, a lot of these things in this game are fine. But like, yeah, nothing really jumps out. I don't know. I kind of feel like I want to reword the rock, paper, scissors weakness system, but I feel like once we start doing that, it gets really complicated and and explaining exactly what I want to say is good about it. So yeah, Glory of Heracles. Any of you guys Glory of Heracles fans? I got it for a hot $1. So can I have like a star here, like a real star? I want to. I want like a cool star. Yeah. Fun fact. Also on GBA. Put that down there. I think this might be it for this. Like, I think this is maybe the most I can say. It's good, yeah. All right. Well, Alex, I know you say you don't have anything else to say. I think Mr. T and Oscar, based off your comments, I think we're probably done with the good. We have not stamped anything yet, so if we need to come back to the good, let me know. Unmemorable. All right. Let's close that out. The bad. What is bad, guys? Tell me what you hate. Why do you guys hate Scurge Hive? Jeez. Let me do my little complaint here of just like, I don't know if this is level design per se, but poor enemy, overly chaotic enemy placement. It's maybe a little long. We don't need to say poorly because we're in the bad section. Chaotic enemy placement. I don't know, like, it's just kind of annoying. Annoying combat. I need to bring actual chat up. Makes it easier to read your guys' stuff. Let me put it over here. The isometric camera. That, I can see that for sure. It's a more specific way to say that, like sprite layers are unclear. Or like elevation. Floor elevation's unclear. Is that kind of sum it up, you think, Mr. T? Maybe awkward. I don't know if I necessarily want to blame the isometric camera for the problems this game has directly. But I think we can say for sure cumbersome platforming. How about that? Cumbersome combat and platforming. I mean, this is largely due to the fact of the camera, I think, but I don't think the fact that it is an isometric camera. I think you can do this in an isometric camera. I don't think that part is necessarily bad. So, hey Joshua. Joshua, we just finished up. We did finish up the good section, but we did not have a lot to say. So if there's anything good you want to say about Scurge Hive, now's the time. I'll flash you that real quick if you want to take a look here real quick. But basically I said, hey, cool graphics. I liked the rock, paper, scissors weapon system there. Solid bosses and puzzles, because we didn't really know what to say. We were trying to find words to put on this paper. And then we were also like, hey, it's a fun fact, it's on GBA as well. But if you have anything else you like about Scurge Hive, let me know, Joshua, and I'll be happy to throw it on there. Sloppy enemy placement, yeah. I need to kind of figure out like how, like, I don't know if it's sloppy enemy placement is what it is. It's like, 'cause the big thing is that like everything just kind of masses onto you in a way. Like the enemy placement itself is not necessarily bad. It's just kind of like how they approach you, I think. And I think part of this also is just like, and this kind of falls into the cumbersome combat, and this is not something we need to put on the list. I think the shot in this game needs to be wider. I think that's the big problem with this game's combat, is the actual thing you shoot is not wide enough. So it's like requires an immense amount of precision in a game that has way too many directions for that precision, basically. So, you like the soundtrack? Okay. I think I agree with you. I think it is a... I guess we wrap that into good presentation. we'll put it in. I already forgot that was a part of good presentation, so you know what? Let's go ahead and put presentation and music. How about that? How about that? All right. Get back over here to the bed. Oh, I need to show you guys the bat, though. Let me see the bat. Thank you. Platforming part, it's fine. I will fix this after stream or whatever. Like that. That's okay. I don't actually like take this as the final thing. I clean it up afterwards. So, anyways, RPG mechanics only serve to put out the game. I don't think the RPG mechanics really cause problems though. Like it does let you have more health and like infection, but like I don't think it ever really gets in the way, right? Like the game is not necessarily asking you to level up that much. Even that last boss fight, as challenging as it was initially, like we got past it, right? We figured out, we were able to get through. The bigger thing was just figuring out how the heck that last boss fight worked, which was a little unclear. Since we're so low on things to put on here, so let me just put like annoying final boss. I think that's like a, just leave it at that, I think, for that. You think it's just kind of unmemorable? I'm probably not gonna put bugs, Alex, but I unmemorable maybe. Not that I necessarily think there's a problem with being unmemorable. Doesn't really stand out though, obviously. I don't even think the infection system's bad, Mr. T. I think it's just like undermined by the enemy placement. Yeah, let's say poor enemy placement. I think that's fine. I don't really like the way we word that. We don't have a lot of space to work with. I always want to like make it longer, but I don't want a lot on screen. Cliffhanger ending. I don't think that really affects the game itself that much, and I don't really feel like the story part of this game is a huge deal, really. And I think to some degree I get like the like I wouldn't necessarily say Xenosaga Episode 1's a bad ending because it's a cliffhanger ending, right? And then they made a 2, right? And same thing with Xenosaga 3. I wouldn't really blame Xenosaga 3 for like a cliffhanger ending kind of thing. Although Xenosaga 3 tries to wrap things up in some ways. There are other story problems I have with Xenosaga 3. So I get what you're saying, but I don't know if we want to mark a game down for having the slight ambition to say there will be a sequel afterwards, kind of thing. I think a lot of games do that. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, though. I think it's something that can definitely hurt the narrative. I don't know if I don't really get the impression Scurve's Hive's narrative is really something we need to be all that worried about, though. I'm trying to figure out the best way to put like the unmemorable thing. Because I feel like if we put unmemorable, that kind of goes against like the solid boss thing, right? Like we said, there's some okay puzzles and boss fights in this game. Yeah. I seem to recall the GBA version was considered to be slightly better, which is fine. I don't think it's basically like, I don't think that will change my overall opinion of the game that much. But like your shooting rate, the general problems with that game is more than anything is the perspective in combination with the platforming and how they portray the environment and how they layer things in front of you. They really need to be layered backwards, probably. and like they need to really focus on layering stuff backwards that you probably can't really like come into a room on the top kind of thing. And then like I think to some degree it's also the width of the shot too, like the precision they ask for you out of shooting, which honestly I will say that is a problem I had with Super Metroid 2, of just like with shooting in that game, there's just too many directional options for shooting in Super Metroid, in my opinion, for how close range the combat is. And I feel very similarly to this game as well. But it's obviously again of a different dimension to some degree. So, yeah, maybe we'll just say forgettable. Overall, forgettable. I don't really like that wording, but we got a review deadline, guys. We got to hit the embargo date for Scurge Hive, so we got to make sure we got to choose. We got to be okay with the words we choose. Cumbersome combat and platforming. Sorry, we've been talking a lot. Cumbersome combat and platforming. Poor enemy placement. Annoying final boss. Overall forgettable. I kind of want to figure out, why is it forgettable? Does that make sense? Better graphics too. I mean, I'm sure the DS port was probably like a quick and sloppy thing, to be honest with you. So, is it just forgettable because there's like not enough variety? Is it? I think I would be in agreement that there's not enough variety in the gameplay, probably. Like, pretty much this entire game is collecting cards. So, like, that is pretty much your objective for most of this video game, I feel like. Collecting cards, collecting power-ups, go grab the thing. I mean, that's not necessarily a terrible thing either. Talking myself out of it, but made by a small team. You know, that's kind of an interesting question I think about from time to time. Like, does team size matter with that stuff? Obviously, from how impressive a game is, right? Like, even Microsoft, when that, was it called Bright Memories or whatever, they're like, hey, it's the one-man team developing a shooter, right? And I think to some degree, like, I definitely am more lenient on games if it's like, hey, one person made this. And I think it's more interesting in a lot of ways where it's like, hey, this person just had a passion project. They put this together. I'm sure they worked with other people in parts of the game, but like generally it's just them. I mean, this was like a really, like, but this is before the indie scene as well, so like this is like a small independent studio, but I mean that was a my hang-up, Oscar, and I don't mean this in a bad way. I know I'm always a bully with putting stuff on this list, especially since we're in the need of good stuff. But like, I don't know. I don't know if the fact it's made by a small team really improves it in any way. Like, it doesn't feel like a game that I'm thinking about a lot of things right now. Like now I'm thinking about Undertale and how that is. Because like Toby Fox is like, as far as I know, like the dude who does Undertale stuff, right? And like to some degree, I think it is very much just like, yeah, that is a game with a very singular vision that you can kind of feel that person's like, kind of spirit behind in some ways. Where with something like this, I don't know if that really comes across that way, right? I think we could probably do variety, like not enough variety. Like it is lack of variety. I think that is probably something we can put there. I think that is probably what leads into it being memorable in a lot of ways. The structure of the game is very similar. I don't think the structure like ever really surprises you. Aside from the one 2D section, that's a cool 2D section, but yeah. Does this feel good? I feel like we're struggling with this list. Maybe I'm just the one struggling. I'm the barrier between you guys and this list, so maybe it's just me. But I feel like this hits my major points though. I think it yeah. This does not feel like a Metroid ripoff per se though. Like it does have its own perspective. It has its like elemental like weapon system, which I think is cool. Like there's things about it that are interesting. There's the infection mechanic, as poorly, or not really poorly, but like as kind of irrelevant as it is given kind of the level design of the game. Like I do think there are things that make this game stand out versus Metroid for sure. So yeah. All right. That's missing animations and effects. I'm not surprised, Alex. Over the years, I found typically the original version of a game is the one that retains most of that stuff, and then stuff gets cut. Go look at the slowdown animation in Crystal Chronicles HD release versus the GameCube one, and it looks like a mess on PS4 at least. All right. Well, I feel a little weird about this one, but we're here. No, we're not here. I'm here. Are you here? Now you're here. Almost. There you go. Oh yeah, I forgot this window still resets chat messages. I need to fix that. I need to stop that from happening. All right, we got stuff going on. Do you guys have Riddle playing? You guys, there you go. You guys got some Riddle music playing now. All right. Apparently I have Elebits files on here still, but it's not showing up on screen, so that's all that matters. It might be behind everything else. Batman, yeah. I don't have any. I was gonna put like what if I put some bad ears on? Let's see here. Okay. Also, I'm gonna try to see if we can find something to update this arrow to. I feel like we should have some kind of arrow that's like specific for us. If you got some ideas, let me know. Otherwise, it will probably end up being an arrow off the First Kiss story desktop accessory discs or something like that. For now, we'll just have the red arrow though. All right. Ooh, the double 2. Ooh, the 2 is across the board. Mr. T, I think I'm definitely leaning with you on the 2.5 at least, although we do have the double 2s. And I'm not opposed to it too. For sure. Batman. When I think about when I play Scurge Hive, this is me. Honestly, when I play Scurge Hive, this is probably me right here. Like in the moment, I feel like Scurge Hive is maybe a 1.5. That is very low, but like when I try to use these face things here as a guide, because we got these on screen. If somebody looks at this later, these faces define it, right? So when I think about when I was actively playing Scurge Hive, I probably was like right here. But it's weird because when I think about Scurge Hive afterwards, when I think about my appreciation for Scurge Hive, I think I'm actually more closely like right here to a 3. Yeah, Oscar, I think I'm close to what you're feeling about Scurge Hive. I think the moment to moment of Scurge Hive is not great, but I appreciate the elemental stuff. I, to some degree, appreciate the infection system, but like I said, it's pretty much negated, unfortunately. And I don't know if I feel strongly enough to add it on this list. You said one. Wait, Mr. T, are you 1.5 or 2 or 2.5? I'm feeling okay about a 2. think I'm somewhere, like, feeling somewhere between a 2 and a 2.5. And I see double 2s on here. Mr. T, let me know what you're kind of the one spread out right now. So if you can narrow that down for me. You're leaning 2. Okay. All right. I think 2. I think Oscar, I'm in agreement with you that at least I agree to you to some extent of like, I feel like I could be, oops, hey, background's moving. I feel like I could be here and I could be here. Like those are places I could be, but also when I think about the active aspect of playing the game, I kind of feel like I'm lower than that too. So we have a pretty solid set of 2s across the board here, I think. So 2.25, yeah. There you go, right there. No, wait, here? Yeah, there we go. So yeah. So I think we'll do the 2. All right. Anything else that we want to talk about? Is there anything else we want to add to this before we wrap this up? I'm having a late game good here. I know I'm the one who said we shouldn't put infection on the list, but I kind of maybe think we should put infection on the list. I do appreciate it's there. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think people who think it's a bad thing probably overthought it to some degree. Maybe not overthought it. It's just like a different state of mind, right? If you're somebody who doesn't like feeling rushed or something, for sure. Like I know some people don't like Shenmue 2 where you have to do it. Quiz over. Okay. All right. Well, we'll keep the infection off. I do appreciate that part of the game. Just unfortunately, I don't feel like it actually is a part of the game or not strong enough part of the game for me to really mention it here. But okay. Well, it's time for me to go. And now it's time for you to go. Are you ready? Infection is the last thing. I think I'm gonna leave infection off as much as I should. If there was just something about it that made it, I think if there's just a little more breathing room in the game with the enemies, the infection mechanic could have really been highlighted. But it doesn't, I think. I just like the idea of it being there. Fix the arrow placement. It's all right. Mr. T, I cleaned this up before we print it out, but yes, I'll try my best there. It doesn't lock at all, so like I have to just like pixel perfect it. So like I have to sit there and be like, eh. So I just gotta line it up, but yeah. Oscar, I love that. That is something that I really wanted Pandora's Tower to do. So if you don't know about Pandora's Tower, we're going on a side rant about Pandora's Tower. All right. We did it. We reviewed Scurge Hive. Okay. Pandora's Tower. I wanted Pandora's Tower to have that aspect, because like if you don't know about Pandora's Tower, like you have the lady who's at the thing and then she like eats meat, and when like the initial translation for the news article about Pandora's Tower came out, it seemed like the way it was translated made it sound like you were going to be playing the lady, and I like the impression I got from that game was that you're going to be eating meat, and then like if you eat the meat you get more powerful, but then you lose humanity, right? I thought that was cool. And then, like, it turns out, actually, that's not the game at all. She does eat meat and stuff, and she does turn into a monster and stuff like that. And there's an ending based off, you know, how much meat she has to eat, kind of thing, because it's, like, tainted meat. But yeah, it's not worked into the gameplay. So I do like that idea, Oscar. I don't know. I'm trying to think of games that let you do that or not. So, anyways, that's it for that. Okay, so, let me turn off the DS because I'm going to have to use the desktop audio here. Also, I need to use the bathroom. So let me get rid of these babies. I hopefully whatever we're playing today will not blind you in some way, or make you have a seizure in some way. I'm gonna use the bathroom, and then I gotta set up the Doujin stuff. I've not really tested this stuff in a while, so I'm not sure how this is gonna go, and we have to like set up reset up a capture every time we capture a game. So it might take a second, but let me use the bathroom real quick, and then I'll try to set up that first game here. All right, I'm technically back. You saw the hand of God come in for a second. Oh God, I can't see anything. You know what? I think I probably have it here. Yes. Yeah, Joshua, I think you weren't here when we talked about the direct. What did you like about it? I wrote a list for the podcast. I should pull it up real quick. See if there's anything else. I think like Tonku Ranbu Muso was on that list I wrote, but like it's more of just like the interesting fact that it is coming out on Switch and PS4 only. So, all right. What else did I put on here? Chocobo GP. I won't play it, but I'm interested. I think we most talked about the stuff I'm interested in. The Castlevania collection's a weird thing because there's Dracula X in it for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. All right, I'm gonna start with my desktop audio muted, and then we'll try to balance it out from there. I will probably have to rely on you guys for audio here, though. Okay. So where did I save this? Okay. I may need to actually rework something real quick. 1 second. Because I think I need to point my audio to the headphones. Yes. And let me mute other things so you guys do not hear them. Oh, close the DS capture. I do not want you to hear Discord. Is that it? System sounds down. Discord down. All right. I think you should not be hearing anything. Okay, good. Step 2. I would like to play this video game in a windowed mode. Can I do that? This video game might not run in a windowed mode. X menu. All right. Well, maybe not that game. Let's try this one. Okay, cool. Okay, you guys should have some game audio. Let me know how that audio sounds in comparison to my voice, so. Kirby hype. Yeah, I'm excited for Kirby. I really liked, what was it? Kirby, something blast. Well, it's the one on the 3DS is like isometric. I like that Kirby a lot. That was fun. Crash? Kirby Blast? Kirby Blast and Crash. Do I have any game audio? There we go. If you do not hear any game audio, let me know, but you should be hearing some right now. I have a really hard time getting excited for Genesis, unfortunately, due to it just being re-released over and over and over and over again. But always happy there's more ways to play Genesis games. So, all right, can I add? How do I want to do this? I'm gonna guess I probably just can't just add this thing. Something like this. All right. Well, it found a video game. I'm gonna turn off my cursor. All right. And sorry, can I get you guys to confirm you can hear audio for this and that it's of a good level? Okay. I like the direct. I thought it was really good overall. All right. I was gonna try to use a controller. I don't think that's gonna work. Maybe. Do I need to use a mouse? Oh, there we go. I can use a controller. I don't know what any of these options are. All right. All right. I am going to assume the audio is fine, since no one's complaining yet. Yeah, win back is probably the only like virtual console thing on there that was like, oh yeah, win back. And Sin and Punishment, more people should be able to play Sin and Punishment always. So. All right, we are playing. I think it's called Wizard Una, by the way. Let's turn my 3DS off. I don't really know what kind of game this is. I think it was described as like a shooter RPG or something. I cannot read Japanese, so please enjoy me clicking through this and not even trying. I saw someone say "un" though. All right, gotta use that stick to move. Okay, I got some item there. Some kind of spell. Options, then title screen. Okay. There is a run, thankfully. I do like this like weird orb around us. I don't know if you guys can see that. Of like where the detailed loads in or something. I don't really know where we're going though. Game audio is a little low. Thank you very much. Game audio is now a bit higher. I need to get into PC Engine at some point. The only game I've ever played is Star Soldier. Soldier Blade, sorry. I've not played any of these games before, by the way, so we might end up hitting some dead-end games if I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm going. I'm assuming I'm trying to find something right now, though. Do not see any kind of map or anything, though. Awesome, cool. Each of these games will probably have different audio levels, so we'll probably have to adjust for each one, so I will probably call upon you again. Oh, Mr. T, yeah, you did mention it earlier. The Bamia? I'm bad at reading katakana. Yeah, so there's gonna be if you're not part of the Discord channel, we're doing like an anime viewing night thing that Mr. T is setting up for Otaku Video. I think it's at 7 o'clock Saturday, right, Mr. T? So am I supposed to walk into? Oh, is there a way I can attack or anything? I guess we'll just dodge for now. So you can join us for that. I don't know how long it is. I'd assume it's like a normal movie length though. So interesting. I don't think I've heard of that one, Joshua. But yeah, the anime stuff night stuff is in the Discord, so if you're not part of Discord, go ahead and join that. I may make like a everyone, or not like an alternative to the @everyone though in there, just to like add people to the stream crew lineup or something. I think I have a role for that. Okay. Wait, can I? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Was I lighting a torch or something? I don't even know what happened there. I was like stuck going back and forth in that location. They wouldn't let me like... They're like turning me around actively. So... 90 minutes? Okay. Gotcha. And if another time works better for you guys, let me know. I only suggested that because that's normal stream time. Just on a Saturday instead. I know that's kind of late for you, Alex, so... But it is a weekend. As too. And we can set up some other stuff in the future as well. Like Wario farting if you want, Joshua. Game clear! Alright, well the game just went full screen on my side. Okay. I don't know why it went from widescreen to full screen all of a sudden, but let me see if I can get the chat back real quick. There we go. Okay. Yeah. I guess with like the Nintendo Switch Online stuff as well, they're that stuff's gonna have online too. So if we want to mess around with that at some point, that could be a potential option. It's basically, what is the alt? It says alt. I don't know what that is on my controller though. If I press the alt key, does anything happen? No. Okay. All right. Well, see what happens. See, we're just going back out here to kill stuff now. Shooting's so slow. Alright. Ow. And if you guys ever want to do anything without me too, feel free to. I'm a bit of an introvert, so I probably won't be able to do things every single week. But, you know, if I'm ever like, hey, I'm not gonna make it, feel free to do what you want. Just don't be rowdy. Alright, let's get rid of all these guys and I'll mess with the menu a bit more. Are these just like respawning? I think they're just respawning. Oh, I'm using up my MP actually. Okay, that recovered MP. I wanna... Jesus, they're everywhere. All I want to do is check my stuff. Alright, maybe you can try to be up here quick. Okay. I leveled up that. I assume that will make it so I can shoot better. Maybe. Now I just can't shoot. Alright. Oh, because I'm out of MP. Oh, how do I get MP back? I don't know if I've seen anything that looks like a place that would recover it. Standing still, recover MP? I don't think I have any items that will. Guess you could try going this way. Jackbox, yeah. I don't know if I'll ever play Banjo-Kazooie, but I do like the look of it quite a bit. So, ow, man, it's one of those situations where like I need MP somehow, and I don't really know. There's probably a way to get MP, and I just don't know what that is. And these things just keep getting harder and harder as I go down here. Like maybe the gravestone could give me MP back. Well, I got to a town. Maybe there's like an inn. Although I don't think I have any money. How's this running, by the way? You guys getting drop frames or anything? I don't see any warnings from Streamlabs, so... Alright. Like, push my way through. I like how, like, solid, like, if you're this far back, there's, like, a texture to the house, but once you get close, like, the texture, like, wipes away. You can see it, like, kind of half and half. It's kind of interesting. It's almost like, it's almost like the detail is, like, going backwards, where it's, like, it's a little more detailed as you're further away, but as you get closer, it becomes more flat. I think it might have to do with, like, the shading on the environment to some degree. There's an item shop up here. Well. Hey, dude. This guy's sprite looks very much like a Pokemon sprite. We did it. You guys want to keep going with this, or want to move on to something else? I'm not... This seems like maybe a bit of a long run kind of game for us to really get into, probably. Also, do not sleep in strangers' attics. It's going fine? Okay. With the Doujin stuff, some of it can be like deceptively taxing, so... Alright, I do have MP back again. Alright, cannot go to the mountain range. Okay, we got one vote for a different game. We got Sword Girl Alice, we got the Hokuto no Ken, like, Touhou looking fighting game that's gonna be a mess probably. I'm just not sure when this is gonna start picking up probably. It does not feel like a game that's gonna pick up quickly, that's for sure. And also, I don't know where I'm going, so. I'm sure if I spent even like a few minutes just like sitting down trying to figure out what's happening, I could... Did I shoot myself? I just shot myself. I was running too fast and I hit the bullet. I do want to level up my thing one more time real quick. Let's see what that does. Sword Girl Alice, okay. Alright, I can shoot more often now. Okay. At the very least. I think it's just more like faster shooting. I keep walking my own bullets. Ugh. Okay. Ugh. I'm not sure how to switch targets either. Can I switch? I want another red guy. Alright, let's kill this blue guy real quick. Or not. Shot myself again! I'm out of MP again. Alright, let me get this thing real quick. Is there any way I can equip a spell without... Maybe I need to get to level 1 first. Alright, let's go heal up again real quick. We'll try to get another red guy and then see if that gives us the spread shot. Find the attic we can sleep in. And then we'll switch over to Sword Girl Alice. Sword Girl Alice is in English. They did, as of I think last year, release an English version. So I've actually owned it quite a bit longer than that. Uh-oh. Will. Do you have something I can buy to recover? This seems fun though. Just a little slow going probably. I don't have any money. Oh, I got MP from that. Alright. Let's go see if we can kill one more red guy real quick. I like the look of this a lot, though. It's a nice looking game. For what it is. It's a Doujin game. It's got like even though it's very simple, it's got a purpose to its simplicity though, visually. Like they're working with what they got in a good way. So, all right, wait, these guys have the same HP, so maybe the red guys are dead? Shot myself again. Alright, well maybe we'll go kill blue guys instead. Or see if there's red guys over here at all. Nope, that was where the red guys should be. I don't think there's any other ones. There's only white ones to the north. There's a blue guy. I don't really want to grind out blue though. I just want red. Alright. We'll get through our MP pool here, and then if nothing red spawns, then we'll move on. Red. There's a red guy. Oh no, I might not have enough MP. Alright. Alright. Okay. Leveling up your spell seems to increase the amount of MP it drains, so like part of me wonders if it's a good idea to not level up your spell. Alright, goodbye, Wizard Yuna. Alright. Let's see here. English. English manual. It says, please read this manual to the end before starting the game. That's probably a good sign at the start. Although I feel like most Doujin games include like a very in-depth readme, so I'm just gonna capture this at 720 just to play it safe here. Apparently this game supports 3D. As in like you can do like 3D glasses kind of stuff with it. Alright. It's trying to load. Alright, if you got headphones on, I'm sorry, this game goes back and forth. Let's see here. I'm gonna do properties. There we go. I'm gonna start up the story mode. We'll see how that goes, and then if it's too like dense at the start, we'll just jump into arcade. Oh God. So essentially, as far as I am aware, what Sword Girl Alice is like a raising simulator mixed with like a 3D combat game. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We are playing Doujin games, so we are in kind of untested territory. It's a little racy, but you know, we're just gonna burn through this, I think, for now. Oh. What's her name? This is a PC game, Joshua. It's a Doujin game. Oh, you guys don't see the pop-up box. I have a pop-up box that literally just says enter a name right now, but it's like a Windows pop-up box rather than a thing. I'm just gonna be Charla. My default lady name. Is there... Who is it I was thinking about recently? It'll be Julia. Julia from Aconcagua. There we go. Alright. We are the superior. Alright, clothes are on. Good. This is a lot of text, though. This is more than just text, though, so don't... If you think I just booted up a visual novel, don't worry about that. I've never clicked the story mode thing, so I didn't know what was going to happen once that started, so... You know what is a good dog game, Oscar? Luck Tuna. Alright. So this is like a 3D action game kind of thing. You're a lady. You are Sword Girl Alice. And you can slash away, guard. I wasn't aware of search before. That's kind of interesting. I wonder if it's like the lock-on kind of thing. Anyways. I forget how the lock-on works here. I think it's just, is it L1? Yeah, I think it's just L1. It's pretty straightforward in terms of combat. So you basically go into like a room and there'll be like objectives in the room for you to complete in the arcade mode. Okay, red drums have recovery items. Oops. It'd be nice if there's like a visual indicator on the recover or the lock-on, because right now I just like to like kind of just see where the camera goes. I don't think I can bust those open. Alicization, yeah. Got an E-tank. Training is over. You get different outfits and stuff too, I'm pretty sure, as well. Oh, I'm me. Do I do anything here? Okay. 7 days until completion deadline. So I think probably we just need to like do some raising stuff and then essentially, yeah, do a combat test, and then completing the combat test probably, you know, allows us to progress. Needs to recover the fatigue. How do I know her fatigue level? Is that at the top right? I'm guessing the top right is her stats. Go outside. Training. Conduct a combat test. Let's go outside. Check out the rest hall. So I imagine like this is probably an action version in some ways of Princess Maker, or at least potentially that kind of vein of things. I know Princess Maker is like part of a greater thing than just what Princess Maker is, but her frames evolves every day. Yeah, definitely. I think that kind of line of things. When I originally started playing this, like I kind of knew what was happening, but I wasn't like 100% sure. But all right, agility, skill training, or physical training. We've got like the balance. I'm gonna guess that's her fatigue, maybe. And I do need to get like a better understanding of how these kind of games work. I have a lot of problem with Love Plus, with like, I'm somebody who likes to just be like, as like, jack of all trades as possible when I build out characters in games. I really shouldn't be, because usually that's the worst decision you can make. So I think that's a problem that I have in a lot of these kind of games usually. Destroy all the extremely hard drums on the field. Whoops. Need to lock onto the drum though. Can I lock onto the drum? There we go. One extremely hard drum. Go to gate. Okay, so that increased my HP. Or no, I earned the ability HP plus. It's like a healing or something. Gonna move the window here real quick, actually. Make it a little easier for me to see chat. There we go. I'll just see what all these different trainings are real quick. And then maybe we'll hop over into arcade just so you guys can see more of just like the typical combat. Although it is, I think, largely this kind of thing in general. Not sure what like the percentages in the top left. We obviously have the frame rate there, but I don't know what the like 40 to 30% thing is. Let's just get to the end, I assume. Whoops. Hey. Hey, there we go. Whoops. Oh, that's a trick box there. No! Training is over. One more training. And then we'll do a combat test. I've not looked at that screen. Maybe I should look at that screen. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything important on it. Like, am I supposed to be selecting anything or what? Speed plus. What does it ask me to do? Am I just smacking this barrel again? I didn't look at the objective for this, so... Oh, probably just get a certain combo level. Okay. Combat skill plus. System skills. Okay. So let's go check that screen out, and then we'll go do our combat test, or try to at least. How's her fatigue doing? Oh, she is fatigued though. Okay, so this is a stat screen. So we increased our brave. We increased our intensify points, I guess. It didn't seem like there's anything to do on that screen, so. I'll let her go to the gun shop. Alright, what guns can I get for Alice? No guns. More love? Is there love? I don't see. There's a reference room. Let me see, where is it? System, skills. Is this doing anything, or just saying I have them? Alright. Event analyzer. Books and video materials. Alright. Imagine part of the charm of this is actually like somewhat getting to know this character to some degree, so. Oh wait. Is this the last day, or does this mean tomorrow's the last day? I need her to self-repair real quick. Oh, okay. I can enhance her love, her power, her speed, or her arts. She's got quite a bit of love already, so I think we need to not. Let's. All right, we'll give her. Oh, no love apparently. Okay. Would not let me give her love points at the very least. We'll just do it flat across the board. Oh no. We failed. Alright, I had figured that's probably what it is. No, do not save. We'll load up the previous save I have, rest up, and then we'll just go into combat the last day there. Is this one, I think? But I think this game is like probably like fairly hefty at the very least. So some Doujin games you get them in. Whoops. All right, well, just gonna go into this mission with 10% energy. All right, well, it doesn't seem like it affected anything really, so. Although we didn't really level up, but that's probably fine. All right. So I think each of these are like 5 rounds, I think is what it said when I selected the difficulty. Destroy all drum cans. Okay, so I don't need to destroy those guys. Don't hit me. All right. The like little tanks will dash into you, so. I think the arcade mode is just all the combat things without the leveling of the character, because like this feels like the first 2 levels of the arcade mode as well, so. Go to the next level. Oh. Oh. Kind of reminds me of the Sword Art Online like targeting system thing a little bit. where you can see right before somebody shoots you. Ah! I didn't look at the objective for this room. I hope it's killing things. Although I'm not doing a very good job of it right now. Oh, okay. It'd be nice if I had like a dodge roll or something. That it? Alright. Go to gate. Where is gate, actually? Is that gate? That is gate. If you look into this developer's history too, they actually made a game very similar to this before this, but it was like without all the raising mechanics. Destroy all enemies. I forget what it was called though. The levels weren't nearly as interesting though. I did play through I think all of it. It was like a very like baseline I made a tech demo kind of thing. Like I feel like the stuff I generally get from Comic Cat or from DL site was just like somebody put something together and like they had enough to make the idea work, and then that's kind of what they left it at. This actually had like a fairly big booth at Comic Cat, or like the developer was like had a like an edge booth with like a display and everything in a way that other developers didn't seem to. So more health is good. Whoa. I do like that all of them are like these little toy-sized tanks and stuff. All right. Also, the energy is horrendously bright. Or the EXP, rather. All right. Once we finish up this combat test, we'll play the Hokuto no Ken fighting game. Oh, here's a boss. Okay. Big ol' spider. Okay. Only 10 HP each one of those heals, which is pretty low, I feel like. I like how they just like slowly meander across the room at you. They're like, I'll catch up. Ah! Alright. Hopefully nothing else is gonna spawn. I think I might have parried that. There we go. We did it. Nice work. E. But yeah, I want to sit down and play through this someday. This is very high on my list of Doujin games, but unfortunately, I have not really been focusing on Doujin games, and this seems like a game that probably requires a lot of commitment. So. She needs to go into maintenance mode. Is this just like a forced rest, or is there like a penalty to it? Oh, she only gets half her energy back. Okay. Alright. So overall, this still seems pretty alright from what I see. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Alright, we'll close that. Let me see if I... this other game, I could not move it to the folder I wanted to. Oh, you know what? I think I had problems getting this to run. I think I can figure it out, though. 1 second. Okay, it crashed. That's probably good. Can I go to the file location? I can. Okay, cool. I think I had to run this in compatibility mode, is what happened. Where's run or troubleshoot compatibility? I think I couldn't get it to actually like save the proper settings, I think. So I had to like run the troubleshoot program every single time. There we go. Okay. Oh god, it really does not want to go onto my second monitor though. Can you please? Okay, well I guess this is gonna stay over here. Alright, now to see if you guys can see it. What is this window called? Something in Japanese. Properties. I mean, that's what I got selected. Let me move this stuff over here then. Alright. Alright. This is not playing nice, so we'll do this the janky way. You are shock. Display capture, add source, display capture. There you guys go. Welcome to my PC. Alright. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Alright. What if, do you guys like big game? Big games for big gamers such as yourself? I feel like I'm like prepped for an AGDQ run. I feel like whenever I see an AGDQ run setting up for like a game from forever ago, it is always just like them doing this on a window beforehand. Like cutting out the borders. Alright. This is whatever this is, but it's the ultimate special edition version of it. Let's do arcade, I guess. So there's dudes. They're dressed up as iconic characters that I don't know any of them, to be honest with you. Although one of them kind of looks like a Higurashi lady. There we go. We got a gun. It's Higurashi Toho and some other stuff. Tuhu Toho, how we pronounce it. Get that mouse cursor out of here. All right. don't know how to use my specials in this game at all, so. Like that weird, like, gremlin jump that they do. I don't know what that was. Oh, it was like a grab or something. I don't know how I did that, like, gun shot forward earlier. I am using the analog stick for inputs here, which is not ideal. Shot in the foot. Real Dong Dong Never Dies vibes. I don't know if I know what Dong Dong Never Dies is. Oh. Yeah, I'll see, Mr. T. I think they might have a website where you could buy these too. I think it might be on DL site, to be honest with you. I don't know how any of these specials work, unfortunately. I think this is a taunt. Ah! I missed that thing again. I don't know how I do it, but... I just threw a grenade. I don't know how that works. It looks like a grab almost, but doesn't seem to work. Dong Dong Never Dies is a Steam game. Gotcha. I think I might know what you're saying. I'd have to look at it, but. Oh, I can just move pre-fight, apparently. Whoops, I keep doing the backward shot. I'm at the point now where I'm just kind of like, I'm not sure what the inputs are, so I'm just like, is there a... Alright, I don't know if this is gonna help me. Ow. Oh! I threw another grenade, apparently. Okay, that's true. Yeah, I think Oscar, you may have bought either this or a similar game when we were at Comic Cat. I believe I was with you when this was purchased, so they had like a few different iterations of it. I don't. All right, well, this is my life now. I wish I knew how to use the pistol better. I like pistols in fighting games because they're stupid. I should have been like the top of the screen there for a second for some reason. Which button is the grab that I do? Is it this? Is it two buttons at once? There's... gunshots at least. Maybe it's like a, like, I don't know how to say fighting game inputs, but like left and then all the way down to the towards them, or like a full swoop from the side to the bottom in their direction might be the kind of multiple gunshot thing. I like how high quality this background looks compared to everything else. It's not a corridor circle, that's for sure. Or at least that is not the input I was talking about. I'm trying a few different things here, but... Ooh! I don't know. That was like the one time that upper gunshot actually amounted to anything. There's the grenade. Is it just let go and that's when the grenade explodes? Or is it maybe just when it hits them or something? Maybe it's just the length. Or like, depending on which one you choose, one's like a long, one's a short, one's a medium. Alright, well that happened. I always feel dumb streaming fighting games because I feel like I just never can do anything other than be very cheap. I think that's my grab or something that's happening there when I like throw him in the air. Let me see if I can trigger that special again. I'm just gonna mash a little bit, see if I can figure it out. There we go. I think they need to be in the air for me to grab them though. I really like the wig on this guy. Oh, sorry. It's airy. I don't know how long this is. I would assume, given that got like a... Hey, dude. Doing this got like a screen ahead of time. This is maybe considered a fight. What was that? Something fell back there. Did she do that? Seems like a boss character, maybe. Just beat up everyone on their toes. Ugh. Forgot what my special was already. Oh, I win. Rival battle. I wonder if the people in the background are always the same people in the background, or if it like changes. I like how like they look very out of place in a way that they could easily just like swap them out. Admittedly, everybody looks out of place in this game, so. Yep. In the air. Ugh. Ah! Could not slide my way to victory that time. It's got this, you know, I like these graphics. Aside from the characters obviously kind of standing out, like, I think this looks pretty good. It runs in like a window that's like, you know, the size of like a 7-inch CRT or something, but, you know, you guys can't tell that on stream. Ugh. Ugh. I don't want to die. All right. Interactive screensaver, yeah. That run animation. Oh boy. Well, I don't know what that was, but all right, slide time. Gotta even the playing field. Kind of, maybe. Don't stop. All right, I think this is probably not gonna work out. Oh, it's actually a pretty good outfit. Actually, that's. We failed. We did not defeat our rival. Well, there's that. Those are Doujin games. Ugh. That was fun. Definitely those first two ones take a lot more time to really get going. Although Sword Girl Alice does have an arcade mode, but I think I'm interested in Sword Girl Alice. The RPG shooter. I'm not sure how long that's gonna take to going and like how good that will get. I didn't see like a lot of like super promising things at the start. Like I understood what I was trying to do and I was like, oh yeah, this makes sense. But like I didn't see it like super jumping out at me in a way that I think Sword Girl Alice does a bit more. Although Sword Girl Alice definitely is a bit more clunky, but it's a good song. Anyways, so yeah, as Mr. T said earlier, we'll be doing like an anime viewing night thing on Saturday, 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. if I didn't say p.m. earlier. So that's coming. For stream next week, we'll be playing some PSP and Vita games. So I'll post my backlog re-up. On the Discord and Twitter, and then just let me know if there's anything you want to play. I know EDF is one that we talked about. I'll probably play a little bit of Valkyrie Chronicles at some point as well. all that stuff. Otherwise, I am working on the Nintendoji thing, so that is not really drafted or anything yet. I'm gonna probably still play some more Nintendoji. I did beat Nintendoji, but I feel like there's probably more to it, so I'll probably go a bit deeper into that game. The Chibi Robo thing I drafted out. It seems pretty straightforward to put together, so I think that will be pretty easy to do, although I might wait for that one to put that out, but I may continue to kind of consistently work on it for now. And then also the GameCube kind of list video thing that kind of is not a great list because a lot of the games don't really have a lot of connections between them. I think at this point I'm still going to push forward on it. I don't really have like a very defined thing of how they all connect, to be honest with you. It might be as simple as just being like, hey, these are interesting GameCube games and leaving it at that, basically. So I don't know if that's a good or bad way to present that, but that is the intention. I do think the pieces within the thing are good, the individual write-ups. But the thing is that like how I talk about each game is very different. So and what I am talking about them is very different as well. But there is like a through line of like maybe something I found unexpected about the game or something like that, or something neat about it kind of thing. So I think people like the Wii versions more than the GameCube ones. I could be wrong. I know people like the pointer controls, but I don't know. Isn't it like Pikmin the one on like they had like a PC kind of not version of the game on the disc, but like there was like I think like stuff in place for them to play the game on PC for debugging and things like that. And I think they like had mouse pointer controls in there or something weird. I'd have to look back into that. It's been a long time since I read into that. But I recall there being something weird with Pikmin with like there's like some kind of leftover like PC asset stuff in there from when they're like testing it on PC and running it on PC. It's kind of interesting. So yeah, but I will continue to try to put those things together. None of them are in immediate, almost done situations. The GameCube list thing was supposed to be the short, easy thing, and then I made it difficult. So it's going to be a little bit, doing a couple more interviews as well the next couple weeks here, podcasts, multi-tap podcast stuff. But otherwise, it's going to probably be a little quiet for a little bit. So thanks for sticking around. Thanks for reviewing Scurge Hive with us tonight. And then we'll come back to play some Vita and PSP stuff next week. Otherwise, if you're able to make it to the anime thing, then I'll look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday for that. Alright. Thank you guys so much for coming. Please enjoy this song that I clicked out of on accident. I'm just gonna... Here. Let me do this. There you go. Mute the Pikmin. Or the pen.